Laura, and I have a really fun little layout for you today. This one was super quick because I used some of those small clusters that I made in the previous DIY tutorial that I'll link below, and it made embellishing this layout so easy. So I'm just going to use some of this beautiful pink vellum and create a little bit of just a first mat for this photo. This photo is a picture of my brother and his beautiful wife, and this was taken last Easter. No, this is not in order. I am not caught up. It's just a really beautiful photo that I thought matched these papers from the Felicity Jane January kit beautifully, and I just had to scrap it. And I really, really like this photo, and just I had to do it. I had to. Do you ever feel compelled, like there's just that picture, you're like, yes, I have to scrap this immediately because it's just gorgeous and I love it. So that's exactly what happened here. And I just love that my sister-in-law's top is that beautiful coral color, and it just looked so perfect for this kit. So I used this beautiful sketchy heart paper as a background, and then matted this photo 3 times, I think. And so once with the vellum, once with a kind of a grid paper, and one with this beautiful gray. It's not gray, it's kind of navy, but it's really, really dark navy, and it has kind of a gray tone to it, but it's so pretty. When I first unboxed this kit, I really thought it had a lot of gray in it, but it actually is navy. You just have to look at it in the right light. But it does have a bit of a gray tone to it, which is interesting. And yeah, just going to use my new giant scissors. I love these scissors. They're American Crafts rose gold scissors, and I love them. They're so sharp. They are brand new, and I love them. Will I love them when they are no longer brand new and not so sharp? Probably not, but for now, I love them. So yeah, I'm just going to use some of this this fun foam, adhesive foam stuff, and pop it up there so that it sets up just a little bit so that I can tuck things underneath of it. I am using double-sided tape today instead of my tape runner, just because I keep having to refill the thing. I'm using it a lot. I'm trying to limit my use of it because I get tired of refilling it. So what I've started doing is using it for anything that touches the photo. Then I use the tape runner, and then if it's not directly touching the photo, then I'm just using the double-sided tape because it's faster and cheaper, really. So playing with this doily, trying to find a good position for that. But then of course you have to come in and add more tape. Now do be careful if you're taping down a doily, because it likes to rip, and that's not fun. So I usually try to rip off the tape from the roll and then adhere it to the doily, because if you do like I do with the paper and just run it across the paper and then try to rip it, it will sometimes rip the doily. So again, rolling into this layout with no plan, I just really wanted to use some of these little clusters that I made in the tutorial video, and yeah, just kind of moving them around. I'm going to pop them up there and not think about it too much, because I find if I think about it too much, then you change your mind. Oh, but this could go here. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of hem and haw about it too much. So love this little tag that came in the kit. It's got different color of stripes from all the colors in the kit, using a little bit of this really pretty lace ribbon, which, oh, has my heart, y'all. I love this lace ribbon, and I might be hoarding it just a little. I'm only using it in very tiny amounts for the most part. And oh, I did even grab some of this black ribbon that comes around the kit, and that was something that I just really like. It is a good width. Yes, whoo, that's a word that's hard to say. It's a good width, and yes, it's black, and yes, I'm mixing black and navy. Don't care. Really like it. And just going to use that as kind of a base to set on my photo on top of. Something about leaving photos floating in the air, I have such a hard time with that. It's just, I can't do it. I just can't do it, y'all. And I'm trying to. I've done a couple layouts like that with it floating, and it does just a little bit bug me. But it also, I wanted to make sure that doily popped a little bit, and it was fading into the background quite a lot. So doing it this way, it's no longer fading. Now this little love title came with the kit, and as did these little hearts that I'm arranging over there on the tag. Those were all just little bits and pieces that were in the kit. You can see my embellishment tray off to the left there. That's how I keep my kit stored and organized so that I can just grab out the pieces that I want very quickly. And let me tell you, this is probably the fastest layout I have ever made. This layout only took me 30 minutes total. And for me, that is lightning fast. Generally speaking, I'm a very slow scrapbooker, and this was lightning fast. And I really think the reason for that is because I made those clusters ahead of time. I didn't have to sit here and pick at the pieces and oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? And instead, I just already had these clusters put together. They're very detailed. There's lots of little bits and pieces involved, so it doesn't just look like a tiny little piece. This little banner piece was part of the printable. It comes with all of Felicity Jane's kits come with a free printable, and this was from the printable. I of course hand cut it out because I still haven't mastered my silhouette yet. Yeah, it's on the to-do list. We'll get there. So I just hand cut it out. It was faster, and of course I ripped it, but it's okay because you can just glue it back together, right? And this little gold word sticker came from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet. I think it's from Carousel, but to be quite honest, I don't know for sure because I lost the backing on it. Fun stuff there, y'all. And so I'm just playing with the different bits and pieces. I really like this ribbon. It's a kind of a felt ribbon, and I wasn't sure how to adhere it exactly. I was like, well, I can't use tape because the tape runner is just going to fall off. And then I decided, you know what, glossy accents to the rescue once again. So this was really pretty ribbon. It is, I say it's felt, it's probably velvet. It's actually really soft, and they're just little bows. It's kind of cool. I've not seen anything quite like that before in the scrappy world, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to cut up a little bit of this adhesive foam, just for the bottom of the title, because I did pop up the photo and this is going to be overlapping the photo. I don't want it to sit super flat or to be like sloping down the page. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the other side. And this little fine line bottle, I just had to have a little come to Jesus meeting with that fine line bottle because it did not want to work. And I am finding that I add the Scotch tacky glue. I also have to add in some regular Elmer's glue as well, just to get it to work properly. Gosh, it makes me crazy. So here we go. Title is added on. I've put a couple of strips here at the bottom to make a small cluster to the bottom. I just feel like it was very empty at the bottom half of the page and just wanted just a little bit of something to draw your eye through the page and not just focus on the big photo and the decoration at the top. So this way your eye moves through the page, and I really like that effect. So we're going to do that. Add a little bit of ribbon, add a little bit of navy floral paper from the kit, and I'm going to put another one of those cute little clusters that I made. And I love these because they're small. I've made clusters before that are quite large and layered and heavily layered, and those are sometimes harder to use. I do like them, but they're sometimes harder to use because they're so big. But these are very small. I think the largest one is like 2 inches across. So it's great for this, a little bit of embellishment, just a little pop of something on your page. And this layout is just about done, guys. I'm going to add just this little bit of a chipboard heart that came from the kit onto, there we go, right next to my cluster. Brings more of that gold through the page, I think. And it's just about done. What do I have left? Oh, that's right. I wanted a little bit of Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold on this layout. I'm trying to use this more because I really do like it. It's very pretty. And I wanted just a little subtle something to kind of connect the small cluster to the larger elements on the page. So I just created a little splattering from the edge of one ribbon to the other. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye!